bicycles from us?
Well, we were looking around at the NEC back in, must have been 2013, I think, at the Motorhome and Caravan show, and we stumbled across your stand. You struck me as a very enthusiastic bicycle seller. It really was an enlightenment to talk to you on the stand. You gave us the run of the place. We took off on your bikes, upset everything.
You've had a bike for nearly 4 years,
Yeah.
and some. So I know you want to change it to a newer model, you know. So what kind of experience have you had so far with what you've had?
Well, we've had 3 years of riding around Europe on them. We've taken off in the motorhome usually about March or April time, and head to, first year we went to Italy. We did right around the coast of Italy, taking the bikes out every day. Last year we we started in Holland, right down through Croatia, crossed to Italy again, and then back up through Sicily, Sardinia, Corsica, riding the bikes all over the place, and we found them an absolute boom. Really
I know your missus was a starter at NEC. I know she bought a small wheel bike. I know she's now advanced, but how have you found electric bike in general? Has it helped you? Has it made you a bit more user-friendly and more like a cyclist?
The bikes have made our holiday. We have seen so much on them because we would cycle probably 30 miles a day, so we get to places that we wouldn't get to if we were walking or driving, because we sort of go off-road on the bikes, and we've just had an amazing time, and we will always use the electric bikes now, that particularly now we're older, and the assistance is just amazing.
So what would be your next bike then?
Well, I think this is what we're talking about now, and I think I'm going to go on to a bigger bike. I've loved my little bike actually, I did enjoy it, but I can see it is easier riding. So I think...
Is that why? Because you are more experienced and you're more alert and you become more like a cyclist?
Probably. I mean, I hadn't cycled since I was a child, many moons ago. And so I am, yes, I feel safer actually now on the bigger one, which I didn't realise at the time. But I haven't regretted having the smaller one. Mm-hmm. But I think it is time now to move on to a bigger bike.
And what has been your kind of relationship with us as a company, PoweredBicycles, and how have you found us? What were the things that kind of stood out to you about our service?
Oh, always extremely helpful. Always willing to go the extra mile. I mean, I rang your dad up and asked about my stand, which had fallen off, and he sent me some new bits to fix it, and just sent them no charge. So we're quite happy to deal with him. He's very nice chap.
Yes, and we actually we live just outside Cheltenham, but we think it's worth a journey to come all this way, because we know that, for want of a better expression, we're not going to be ripped off, and we will reach a satisfactory deal, and everybody, I hope, will be happy. We certainly have been over the past 4 years, so hopefully it'll continue for many more. I mean, I don't know, we are so ignorant on the bikes, I think, aren't we? I am. Are you ignorant?
Yeah, I don't know very much about bikes.
Because we still don't know why are you going for this off-road one. So our daughter, 2 of our granddaughters, or 3 of them, they event. And of course, when they're on the cross country, we like to keep up with them to follow them round on the course. So
I go around filming them, so I just got to find one place to stand. A bike like that, I think I can keep up and follow them round. No, I look upon it as exercise. I've had a lot of illness in the past, and heart problems, kidneys out, and all that, which you don't want to hear about. But I look upon that as my only bit of exercise now. I can't keep up playing golf, I can't keep up with the fellows walking on too fast, but I go at my own pace on the bicycle, and what I tend to do is I will ride to a place with using as little power as possible, and then use the power to come home. And that, I think I'm getting my exercise then.
I'm more lazy, I use the power all
She
the time.
pedals both ways with the power on.
And why
That's what
not?
it's there for.
And why not? Sometimes, you know, if it helps you and you want to do more cycling, then you become a cyclist. And now, after 4 years, you want to go to the next level where you're going to a bigger wheel bike. That means, you know, you'll use less power because it's easier to ride.
I think for me though, which I tried to say, I just feel I've got so many more memories through having the bike.
Oh yeah, they've
Because,
certainly taken
for
us to places
example,
we've never gone.
last year when we went to Lucca, it's a lovely walled, I don't know if you know Lucca in Italy, but lovely walled city. And we were able to cycle round the top on this wall and then kept dipping down into the city, going back up again, and I can just remember all that. Now, had we been walking, you know, arrived on a bus, or the cars you had to leave outside, so it would have all been on foot. And that's one of many, many places, and that we've just experienced more of the places, haven't we? We've seen so much.
And we tend to camp down on the coast, but we like to ride up into the villages, and that's where the bikes really come into their own, because you know, some of these
And you can
roads,
always find a decent place to actually buy your food or restaurants and things like that, because you've got that extra power to go wherever you want to go.
That's it.
Whereas if you're on the main drag, then you're going to get charged, you know, expensive rates. But if you go inner and inner, you get better food, better style, better people you meet. You know?
So talking to us, we're probably more holiday. Because although Brian's saying this, he doesn't ever use the bike at home. So, which he could be doing. So it is for us purely, but then we were away for 4.5 months this year, and they were used every day. And again, we were in probably places we shouldn't have gone to on them.
Yeah, they've been very useful.
Well, we cycled right up the Canal de Midi, didn't we?
Yeah, all the way up the Canal de Midi, along the tow paths. So it's really good.
It gives you that kind of freedom to go explore.
Absolutely.
That's it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so again, so we're going off into places where we probably wouldn't see anybody for 2 or 3 hours, but I just think, oh, I've got my bike and I should get out of here all right.